Wow. It was 2022. Life was good, man. And the best thing of all of it was actually that we had a market bottom. Wait, was it 2022? Or is it just now, actually? I don't know. There's not really a difference. A lot of things actually look like 2022 if we look at the current crypto market, but not really in a bad way. I know what you think, like 2022 was the year that we went down, right? And it was a bear market and all of that, and we're following that right now. Meh, if we look at the bear market, whatever we call it that we have right now, right? And we compare it with the 2021-2022 cycle, there are some similarities, but overall there is a 50% correlation, which is not a lot, right? This is for the total crypto market. Now, if we look at the current bull market, right? Because a lot of people are like, current bull market. Now, did we exactly bottom? I don't know. Did we find a bottom range? Very likely. Yes, I think so. And therefore, we don't want to be ignorant to the fact like, oh, well, we are going down and it should only be bad. Like, there are bottom signals all over the place. It would be super unwise to completely ignore that. Now, if we compare this to the 2023 bull market, actually, right? Like at the end of 2022, we bottomed. This is what we are doing right now. It's a pure copy from that point, right? So this zone right here was at November 22 and 22, right? We went up, we went sideways, and we're going down. We are doing the exact same thing at this moment. Right now, what you want to keep in mind, though, is that no, we are not going to follow this forever. So far, though, in the last 3 weeks, since the bottom, cool micro, whatever we call it, right? Since that bottom was in, we are following it pretty perfectly, actually. And if we are, about to continue that, then we should find somewhat of a double bottom, slightly higher. And that's kind of the last accumulation area that we get, and then we go up from there. Now, is that a prediction of something that's going to happen? No, it's likely not going to happen. What's cool, though, is that if we do keep following it, then we should have a top at around May 16, 2029 of about $11 trillion. Right now, I know it sounds like, wow, $11 trillion, it's impossible. That's freaking bearish. Like, we went to 4 trillion in the last cycle. Like, that's not even a 3x from that point. Right? And I get that from this point, it sounds super positive. This is just if we follow that, right? But so far, we are following it perfectly. Now, first, I know a lot of people still believe in the 4-year cycle theory, and that's fine. Maybe ask your boyfriend to punch you in the face so you can get some money from the Tooth Fairy so you can buy in October as well. However, if we still stick to a 4-year cycle theory, even then, why are you not buying? Why? Because Ethereum last cycle bottomed 6 months before Bitcoin. So if we are all about that theory, we should have been bullish a long time ago as well. Right? So there is not really a reason to be bearish right now. Bitcoin and crypto don't give a crap about any type of news anyway. Right? Also, not for positive news. It's the same thing. Like, yeah, we're getting the Clarity Act. Let me tell you, it's huge. Does the market care? No. Why not? Because it's news. It's all news. News doesn't matter. And I don't think we should look too much at that only. I think it's time for us to use common sense. Like, okay, let's admit that if we are waiting for the perfect moment that we know that something is good or is going to happen, then we are already far too late, right? I notice that a lot of people are trying to time the bottom. Let me tell you, whenever the pico bottom is, there's not a certain voice in your head that says, all in. A couple people got very lucky, but luck isn't strategy, right? So let's not try to use that though. I'm not going to look too much at calendars, news, even trend lines, right? Like, these things help, but they are not deterministic enough for me, right? One thing, for example, this is the US interest rates, and you can see how high the interest rates still are at this moment, right? Look, crypto is liquidity. Let's see it as a meme coin, right? And something weird happens, right? It gets rocked. What? And there's no liquidity anymore. It doesn't matter what the coin does, who believes in it. No liquidity, you cannot do anything. Liquidity determines everything in crypto. Without liquidity, there is no crypto, right? US interest rates, if they go down, then there's a lot more liquidity for us, right? it's currently up still, and the market is like not really that, you know, super bad at the moment. It's not like, I mean, if you were like according to the 4-year cycle, then you would have expected Bitcoin to be a lot lower right now. Right? Look, it's also coincidence, right? Whenever the last crypto bear market happened, hey, that's exactly where the interest rate went up, right? Here, it's exactly where the interest rate went up. Whenever we had bull markets, it's basically when it was down or was going down, right? So this has a big impact. Now, this is just one of the ingredients that comes together in the manufacturing new orders. The manufacturing new orders is basically businesses producing and ordering goods like whatever, this thing, right? So that people can buy it. If this chart is down, means that these businesses are not doing that. Because consumers don't have money to spend on shit, on useless stuff. What's on top of the most useless stuff, though? More specifically, the coins that you have, right? And I. So the ISM, manufacturing new orders, has not been at its top yet, right? And you could say like, well, it never goes there. Well, this eventually will get here, right? And to predict how, what, where, when, you need to be a little bit of a macro expert. And I'm happy to admit that I am not, right? All I'm, you know, to not overcomplicate things, I'm just thinking like, okay, this will eventually go up again. Right now, Bitcoin always stopped when the macro, the ISM, topped 2021, 2013, and 2011. What a coincidence, right? So what we need is macro to do well for the liquidity to get into the markets. And the ISM is currently, the business cycle is currently in year number 5. For a lot of crypto people, it's really hard to digest that there is more than a 4-year cycle. Look, there are, and that's the confusing part, right? There are a bunch of 4-year cycles, right? If you look at this is determining the cycles, basically. If you overlay the S&P on this, you can see like decades of that history of correlation, right? And crypto is doing the same thing. However, crypto is not that old. Yeah. And since we also have a 4-year halving cycle, right? 4-year halving cycle, meaning there's a halving every give or take 4 years. It seems like people are kind of confusing these two and be like, there's a 4-year crypto cycle. It tops every 4 years. And no, the halving is every 4 years. The macro, and therefore all liquidity-driven assets like S&P, NASDAQ, Bitcoin nowadays, they follow that, right? And in the last 3 cycles, there was a 4-year cycle. However, we have seen a bunch of 2-year cycles. We have seen a bunch of 5-year cycles, a 6-year cycle. Yeah, we are now in year number 5, right? You have to be a genius to see that. Like we topped in 2021, it is now 2026. Cannot make anything else off of it, right? So that's exactly what Bitcoin is following right now. Why do you think we didn't have an alt season? Why do you think Bitcoin topped versus gold a year early? Why do you think altcoins on the Bitcoin pair went up during this bear market instead of down? Why do you think that name something, right? Thing is different compared to a 4-year cycle because this is not a 4-year cycle. And therefore, it's kind of hard to predict, like, hey, what is going to happen if you cannot predict macro? So that makes it a little bit hard. So what's left for us then? Wait? Well, waiting is kind of wrecking people as well, right? People here thought like, okay, we were going down in the bear market. Oh, this was it. Oh, we go up again. Yay, COVID. Oh, fuck, we are all wrecked. Okay, I'm out. Let's wait for the market to kind of, you know, recover. And they woke up the next morning and everything like quadrupled. So, and then you get FOMO and you buy the top and all of that. So waiting is not really the thing that you want to do, in my opinion, blindly. So look, this is how I see it, right? Look, a market goes through a couple phases, right? It's an accumulation phase at a certain point. There's an uptrend, there's a distribution phase, and there's a downtrend. And then it starts over, right? This is kind of what a market typically does. A lot of things are currently sideways. And you want to find out, I think, for yourself, what came before that sideways movement. Was it an uptrend? Then we are likely in a distribution area where you want to be bearish on that specific chart. Is that always a 100% win ratio? No. There are also charts that go up like that and range and then go up further, right? Like that happens. But overall, if you take 100 bets, you will win 80 of those, right? So that's kind of what you want to do, I think. If we are currently going sideways and we just came from a downtrend, then it is likely accumulation. So look at a couple charts, like let's say Bitcoin dominance, where we are right now, right? The Bitcoin dominance is in a obvious distribution area right now. We just came from a distribution area, a downtrend, accumulation area, and an uptrend, and we are now spending almost 2 years of going sideways. That's a distribution. What comes after? A downtrend. Meaning, to me, that money is going to flow into alts, right? At least in anything else but Bitcoin. I am not bullish on Bitcoin compared to anything else necessary, right? I'm not. Then how does it look for other things? For Bitcoin on the dollar pair right now, yeah, kind of depends. Like we are going down for a while, but we are going sideways from February. Right? We went a little higher and we went a little lower. Overall, same exact level. Cool thing is, though, that the bottom indicators that I'm using on the Alpha Factory and Blockchain Decoded, and I showed you on the platform and on this YouTube channel many times, they marked the bottom here to the day. They did the same here. Yeah, but I'm not going to bet on the fact that we are in the fat continuation of a downtrend. Well, every single bottom indicator is saying like, hey, we were never wrong and we are here again. And we kind of showed you in February as well, right? So for Bitcoin, I'm like, yeah, this is like a clear buy to me, right? It's easy. And looking at altcoins on the Bitcoin pair, because that's the alt season chart, right? And if I look at that chart, then I'm like, yeah, now I get the confusion and the frustration in the market as well. Because in a bear market, altcoins on the Bitcoin pair go down. Now, in this supposed, to be bear market, they went up, right? So for the people that are saying like, well, this time is not different because it is never different. Depends what you compare it with, right? Are the indicators different? Are the patterns different? Is the cycle different? What is different? Compared to a 4-year cycle, that theory is wiped off the table, if you ask me. Like the only thing that you can say about that is Bitcoin topped in October 2025. Yeah, and the rest of everything that makes a cycle didn't happen, right? So and how far can we say, well, that was somewhat of a self-fulfilling prophecy? What about the downtrend? What about the bottom? What about this? What about that? It's all not checked off. What else do we have then? Well, all I know is what we have for altcoins. Usually how people play it is either timing or momentum, right? Well, the timing apparently doesn't matter and the indicators are saying bottom. So what is then the reason to be bearish? Current trend. Maybe. And that's fine. I get that. If you look in February, render bottomed right here, right? And Bitcoin did as well. Difference is in July, Bitcoin went a little lower. Render did not go a little lower. It went sustainably higher. So in that case, if we are all about current trend, then this is just one specific example that's even stronger than an asset that has like 50 legacy indicators for the bottom screaming that the zone is in. So how can we then be bearish on this? Now that it has been disproven, there are still pretty big YouTubers out there praising that theory, and I'm like, are you stupid or blind? Yeah, that makes it a little hard, right? I get that, like, and now it's like, okay, then there is trend. Cool. What kind of trend though? Are we talking about the downtrend, which is broken, by the way? Pretty cool. Or are we maybe talking about a somewhat of an oscillating kind of trend where you could say like, well, if you look at this whole zone right here, this is a strong bottom area, right? So if that is the trend, then we're trading it like this. Are you bearish here and bullish here, or it's the other way around? And this goes for a lot of alts, like near, right? Bottom here in February, it's a lot higher right now. So if you ask me, this is not a matter of like, is the bottom in? It's such the wrong question. For a lot of assets, the zone, the bottom zone, is likely in. But it is in since I said it half a year ago probably already, when I, no offense, but got quite some shit for it. I haven't seen a lot of coins go lower since then though, right? This thing is still sitting double from where it came from, right? And that's the whole thing, that sentiment confirms that. Because if you have a lot of people at this place laughing at you for buying something that's going down, yeah, if you're blindly buying it based on just purely the falling knife without any reasoning or logic that backs it up, that's stupid, right? But if you use the right tools instead of a unproven theory or just trading the actual sentiment itself, you can really do well in this market. And I think that we try to hold on to something that's gonna wreck us. A lot of people think like, well, if we only get this, and this is the biggest problem in crypto, if we only get that alt season or that big uptrend, then we will be fine. Shut up! How will you be fine? And it's not personally for you, but for the ones who think that, right? So even if that rally happens, best case, they buy into it somewhere here, right? And they first write it down, they get scared, they probably panic sell, and then they're gonna completely miss out. An alt season or a big rally is not gonna solve your problems in crypto if you don't know how to do crypto in the first place. So enjoy the current market, because we are in one fat, obvious DCA opportunity that we are having right now. That's step one. That's buying. And a lot of people wait for the point where they get to sell. Good luck selling what you didn't buy in the first place. So I would say stop waiting for what's supposedly gonna, fix your problems, right? And the people that are bearish right here, believe me, these are not the people, and these are usually the reply people on Twitter and YouTube. These are not the people you want to use as an indicator. Actually, you want to fully counter trade that. And that's not exaggerating. Throw every indicator in the garbage. Look at sentiment, counter trade it. You will crush it. You will crush it, right? I had so many times that no offense though, but maybe a bit, I was just purely, investing based off of my own YouTube comments, and it worked so well. But overall, sentiment is confirming it, right? If you counter trade it. Oh, okay, TLDR, 4-year cycle, disproven. Don't come to me with like, well, it's still intact. Open any chart, look at something. I don't want to hear this anymore. It's ridiculous. Calendars are nonsense. There are cycles. I'm not saying that there are no cycles, but there is no 4-year crypto cycle. The only construct, like the real 4-year, that's the halving cycle, right? Has nothing to do with tops or bottoms. It doesn't matter that much anymore as it did 10 years ago. Indicators, if you know how to use them and which one to use them, will always work best, because crypto, it doesn't have enough history yet to give us the patterns that we can blindly trade off. Crypto turns around before you can blink your eyes sometimes. Before you know, we are there. And you will be there like, fuck, I wish I bought in February. Yeah. And maybe we get slightly more chances over the rest of the year to buy some juicy dips. Again, stop waiting for a confirmation. As soon as you have the confirmation, it's likely already time to sell. So let me know what you think about all of that down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys, or you will see me actually, in the next one.